Sakamoto Days, Episode 6, Sniper on Deck. Let's talk about it. All right, so we are episode 6 of Sakamoto Days, and this one is another slow one. Not really much going on. It's kind of just filler or adding people to the team or whatever kind of setup that they want to do. Still trying to figure out where they're going with this one. But basically, we end up getting Mashimo. He's got a guy, he's got a crosshair on his cheek, which I'll let you know he's some type of sniper shooter, something to that effect. And he's got Pisuke, which is his bird, his little yellow bird that flies around. He's got some kind of little pouches on his neck. So I guess we'll find out what that is later on. And um, with that being said, he's not the brightest. He's just trying to survive. Again, he was kicked out of the Hitman, assassin organization, and he's just living on rooftops trying to figure out what his next meal is. Pretty much, he ends up getting the idea to go after Sakamoto. He finds a little flyer paper or something like that, and he decides to go after him. But again, he can't recognize Sakamoto because he has a picture of when he was skinny versus when he was chubby, and that throws him off. So he ends up using his sympathy on Shin, Lu, and Sakamoto roughly to get some dumplings and kind of go on about his business and figure out how it is he's working. It's like meat buns, dumplings, something. I think it was meat buns, but to go on about his business and figure out what else he needs to do. With that being said, you can kind of tell by his demeanor that he's probably somebody's going to be added to the team at some point. Like he's got useful skills. Shin with his thought reading. Um, Lou, again, she's got the physical combat, close quarters kind of up in her thing. Sakamoto's all the above, and with adding a skilled shooter to the team, then that'll definitely help. But either way, we get into it, and they have a tournament because again, the shop is looking in disarray. It's not looking too good. They're trying to figure some stuff out, so they end up going through this airsoft tournament or this paintball tournament, something like that, to earn some money. It's like 1,000,000 yen or something like that that they'll get once they finish it. And basically, they use it as you go use the paint to hit the different people and use the entire like shopping mall area as your play area. And when they're done, they all clean it up. So, which just clean the paint off. It's a way they use to clean up the entire mall and kind of get everything going. So it's like, all right, cool, makes sense. Like it's like a community renovation project. Like we're going to clean this up anyway, so we can use it to get messy and get a bunch of people involved to come help clean up, which I get behind. With that being said, they have the thing, and it's got to be at least 2 to 5 people. And we see that, Shin and Sakamoto are ready to participate, but Lou is going to stand on the sidelines. She's not really about it. As far as Mashimo, we get some more background on him where we find out that why he was kicked out. He's an excellent, sniper. Like he is able to get things done with a rifle, but he is not good anywhere else as far as combat. So he's not good with a knife. He's not good with close quarters. He's not like he just has no other skills. And they're like, what kind of assassin are you going to be if you have no other skills? You can't do anything else because it's going to require you to shift at some point in time and be able to, okay, well, I got to switch from this to this to be able to get stuff done. We see it all throughout any type of, movie that has to do with assassins. So how is he going to be, a benefit to anybody? Well, this ragtag team makes sense because it's like, all right, well, if you put him in his position, he's really good here. And you got people that cover the other positions, then everybody's, you're shoring up everybody's weaknesses, which essentially is his because he doesn't know what he's doing. So basically they go through a tournament and he starts showing he ends up begging because he's trying to get on the team by himself and he can't. So he's up begging Shin and Sakamoto to be on their team, and he's like, cool, put on the team, he's good to go. And he immediately starts going to work. Like he works 4 dudes over really quickly, and they're like, what? And he's just kind of going in. And they're working as a team until Lou gets drunk. She's out there cheerleading and happy so at that, and she ends up saying Sakamoto's full name once again, which throws Mashimo off. He's like, "Hey, what's going on here?" And then he doesn't like being lied to, so that's part of his stick. But then she's like, "Oh yeah, that's him when he was skinny." That freaking, I like it better when he's chubby, so on and so forth. And she starts basically spilling all the beans because she's been drinking, and now it's team split, one versus two, because she done told way too much. She is becoming a liability at this point. It's like freaking, you cannot hold your liquor enough to keep certain things like now, but it may be prove useful because they may gain another asset with this character. They're probably going to feed him, give him a job at the store, someplace to stay, whatever the case may be, and become part of the family. It just seems like that's the way that it's going, but we'll see. By the way, he starts taking shots that are freaking crazy good. Like his feet aren't even planted. That's one of the things about getting to a good position. One of the things that we learn military, you get to a good stable position so with that, so you're able to fire, track your shots, and be good and accurate with everything that you're doing. Well, he's doing it from like crazy stance, like he jumping, turning, like not stable at all, and he is getting accurate shots enough that freaking Sakamoto has to block a shot with his hand because his bird comes in and drops his actual rifle down. Like he's got his actual rifle, no more paint rifle, so that so Sakamoto's having to dodge, real bullets, and again he catches it on the hand, blocking one. But the fact is, his reaction is to block it with his hand is ridiculously insane. But he's going to work. He's got these bullets, special bullets. These triple rebound bullets. These triple rebound bullets are good for him to bounce off of anything, to be able to get stuff done. The fact that he has these specialized bullets, but he is, how do you say the word, broke. It's like, where are you getting all these bullets from? Like, do you have a stash of these that you're just constantly pulling from and you're running low? Like, where are you getting these bullets to be able to do this stuff if you are broke? That's okay, whatever. Because he looked like he had nothing up there but his tent. But he's up for going to work. Sakamoto ends up uh dealing with him, basically ends up taking a rock and tosses a rock right through his rifle to shatter his rifle and keep him from doing anything. Sakamoto's team wins, and bam, they're the winners of the all of the prize money, but they don't get to keep any of it because of what? Because of how much damage all the rebounding bullets did to everything in the surrounding area. So they had to pay for those damages. So they're back at square one. So the episode was for nothing. So no bulletproof windows, no bigger ramen selection, none of that stuff. So that's roughly it. Nothing else to it. We just kind of wait and see how they're going to proceed with the rest of the show. And Sakamoto had to remind Shin that Aoi's mind is off limits, so do not read her mind in any sense of the word. But that's all I got for this one. Please hit that lovely red subscribe button. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.